Farouz, the debate very. My friend Fifi, I like Fifi. She is very nice. However, why you don't ask Fifi to give me his Skype? I will call him now. Guys, how many times we said we call anyone? Here we go. I'm here every day. I mean, do you dare to debate Fifi? If Fifi is scared from me. He's hiding. Where's Fifi? Here, give me Skype. I will call him. Fifi. Fifi, Mimi, Susu, I don't care. All of them, they are beautiful girls for me. Allah allowed me to have 4 of them. Actually, I like Fifi because he is the only one called me Habibi, which is disgusting. Habibi. You feel sorry for Christians are brainwashed. You see, Adnan, okay, hold on. Guys, Adnan, he says he feels sorry for the Christians. They are brainwashed by CPY. Did the Christian prince, he promised them heaven, and in the heaven they will have English penis like your prophet. I mean, you are talking about the brainwash. Actually, Adnan, you are not brainwashed, and there is no way we can brainwash you because you have no brain. Prove to me, Adnan, that you have a brain. How in the world a human being, he have a brain, he can believe in such a story that Allah will give you an English penis? What do you say, Adnan? A human being, he have a brain, he will believe in. So imagine, guys, Adnan is now in China, his penis in the Milky Way, and he's keep going. Here, Adnan, do you see your penis? Brother, I cannot see the end of it. Brother, I am afraid that your penis will go inside the sun and is going to be barbecue, such as this. Endless penis. 1 mile ass, 1 mile butt, and you are talking about brainwash. Have you ever heard of a prophet? He promised his followers 1 mile. What's wrong with half mile? Huh? And by the way, I like them 2 mile. Why only 1 mile? What's wrong with your God? Only 1 mile. I was, hoping to open a resort in the top of her butt, like invite, like we do like sliding, or what they call it, this ski-board, because it's very smooth, brother. 1 mile. What about 10 mile? It's not a verse, it's a hadith. Look at this donkey. He don't know even if it's a hadith or verse. Yeah, smart people. Are you there, Adnan? Do you have an answer, Adnan? Adnan, the Quran promised us women with big boobs. Guys, do you remember the guy who called me just yesterday? And he said to me, nowhere in the hadith it says big boobs. So we showed him the Quran. He said, so what? The Quran promised us big boobs. Look at this translation. Guys, look at this translation. This guy, he did not say big boobs. He said his swelling breast. Swelling breast. That's a good translation. Swelling breast. This will remind me of the hadith where Zainab, she said after Muhammad, he flirted with her in the house of her husband, which is the son of Muhammad by adoption. She said, each time Zayd, he tried to have sex with me, Allah, he made his penis swell. Ouch, that hurt. Thank God it's not me, her husband. Guys, imagine the prophet, he flirted with your wife, and now you want to go and sleep with your wife. Allah will not let you do it. Don't even try to get close to her. Allah will close the door of the van over your penis. Why, Allah, why you close it? Because I want to make your penis swell. How dare you to sleep with the women? The prophet, he flirted with her. But she is my wife. She is my wife, not his wife. I don't care. I'll curse you. I will make your penis swell. And then the guy, he go to the pharmacy and he is shy to say, can you please give me medicine for his swelling penis? The pharmacy guy, he says, do you have any swelling medicine for penis? So all Quraysh now heard that the Zayd penis is swelling. Like the guy who go to the grocery store, he want to buy a condom secretly. Do you have condoms? Condoms? Yes, we have condoms. They are there in the shelf. Adnan, are you there? What a hilarious cut. Stupidity is amazing. Beyond the amazing. Stupidity is amazing. And they are talking about brainwash. Do you have a brain? Do you have a brain? Look at this. Cup overflowing. Cup of what? Unbelievable, brother. So the sound is good, broadcast is good, everything is good. Thank you, God. Look like it's working fine. I hope from now on it's going to be better. We did some tricks to fix it. Maybe it's working now, and we hope tomorrow will work. So guys, I'm going to stop here so you guys can download the video, and those who want to translate, they can translate. I want to say thank you for being here, and don't forget again to share, download, translate, for always good work is needed. You don't know you are helping who when you translate a video to your language. Maybe your own family, maybe a child from your family, maybe a child from different family, from a place but you save the soul from being fooled. For me, I'm sick of this cult. I don't even need to debate it. I mean, I can leave my finger in a room, have all the Muslims in the world, and my finger will scare the hell of them. And actually, this is what happened. This is why none of them he dared to call me. This is why all of them, they want to say debate you face to face, because they knew I don't show my face. This is the excuse. But all of us, we know the reality, that they are afraid to death. They cannot debate such a guy. For the answer would smash them. Like I was, before I go live, I went to David Wood. I was walking, you know, I like to walk every day. So I was walking, so I saw David Wood live, and they were talking about that the Muslim, they say, is that Muhammad, he went with an army of 10,000. The fact it was 12,000. They are liars. Just to make it fit with the verse in the Bible. No dignity, no honesty, no trustworthy. And that is telling us the story. If those who they are religious are a bunch of liars, so what about the one who they are not religious? Let me tell you the surprise. Muslims who they are not religious, they are way more honest than those Muslims who they are religious. I am speaking to you from experience. Always when I see a Muslim claim to be religious, I know the following. He lie, he steal, he fornicate, he do everything against the ethic, and nobody speak about ethic as they do. A Muslim who don't practice, he can be trustworthy, he can be a nice guy, he can be a peaceful person, because simply the devil of Islam is not in his heart. So we don't say all Muslims are evil. This is not true. For there is Muslims who follow Islam and they practice, and those are the one you have to fear their lies. Because as you see, I never saw. Have you ever seen a Muslim who is religious, who claim to be religious, speaking anything truthful? I never met one. I met Muslims who don't care for Allah. They are very nice. They don't lie to me. You know, I accompany many of them many times. They accompany me. I have no problem with them. But I cannot trust a religious person. Because a religious, right away, he practiced taqiyya, which is the Quran teaching, chapter 3, verse number 28, that you can speak to them in a friendly way, but your heart is not like that. Right? Adnan, guys, just to show you why Islam is stupid. If Islam is not stupid, why Muslims are not smart? I challenge you, CP, prove the Bible is not corrupt. Adnan, just listen, my friend. You just prove to me that Islam is a lie. Why? Because the Quran says that Allah is the one who sent the Injil. So what Adnan is saying to us, that the book of Allah is corrupt. So what Adnan is proving to us, that Allah, he got a big nail in his bum. He sent the Torah, he sent the Injil, and this God, nobody cared for him, and they screwed him. This is what you are saying to us. Because chapter 3, verse number 3, and there's tons of verses in the Quran saying that it's Allah who sent down the gospel and the Torah. And Adnan saying to us, the Torah of Allah and the gospel of Allah is corrupted. So what's my problem? Do you understand? Guys, do you understand? Usually Muslim, by the way, when they say this sentence, Christian, they go into defense, right? You defend. They say, no, it's not corrupt. No, don't defend. He's speaking about his Quran, speaking about his Bible, speaking about the Torah of Allah, the gospel of Allah. For us, we don't believe Allah sent anything. So what he is saying to you, that the book which Allah sent is corrupt. So what's my problem? Thank you very much. You just give us additional proof that Allah cannot be God. No, you do not need to prove it. Here we go. You know, agree the Bible of Allah is corrupt because Allah is corrupt. How you can corrupt the book of God unless he is a fake God? Correct, guys? As long the Quran agree and admit with you that it is the one who sent the Torah and the gospel is Allah. And then you say to me, you want to prove to me that the Torah of Allah is corrupt. I do not need to debate me. I agree. Everything about Allah is corrupt. That to prove that Allah cannot be God. Okay, you know what, Adnan? Just to show you, I will go with you. Guys, we have a guy here. His name is Adnan. He can prove to us that the Torah and the gospel are corrupt. Look what happened, Adnan. Just to show you that you are really wonderful person. Super intelligent. If the Torah and the gospel is corrupted, then how your stupid God, he said to us, you have to follow it. In the time of Muhammad. Chapter 5, verse number 68 and other verses saying, O Christians, O Jews, you have nothing to stand upon unless you follow the Torah and the gospel. Okay, so I want to follow the Torah and the gospel where it is. The Quran at that time is speaking about the book they have in their hand. This is 600 years after Jesus. Allah asking the Christians to follow the Torah and the gospel. And this is the same book we have right now. So your God, Allah, is stupid then. Not only that. No screen? Oh, sorry, guys. I apologize. Do you see it? Chapter 5, verse number 68. Same time, as long the Torah and the gospel are corrupt. So how come Muhammad he say this? Take an oath. Let us see the hadith. All right. Because remember, Adnan, he can prove to us that the Torah and the gospel is corrupted. Where is the hadith? This website is horrible. Hold on. Here we go. You're a prophet. He told them, bring me the Torah. And he put it in a question. He said, Muhammad said, bring the Torah. They brought the Torah for him. And then he would draw the cushion from underneath of him. Look, he's treating the Torah with a lot of respect in front of the Jews. He's a hypocrite. And he placed the Torah on it, saying, I believed in thee and in him who revealed thee. But Adnan, he have all the proofs to prove that the gospel and the Torah are corrupt. But Muhammad, He swears saying, I believe in thee. So do you see how stupid Muhammad is? Because Adnan is smart, Muhammad is not. You see, guys, Adnan, he got Muhammad busted because obviously Muhammad is a fraud taking oath on a false book. Because if this book is corrupt, how you swear by it and say, I believe in thee? You understand what I'm saying? Are you there, Adnan? Are you still alive? Adnan, are you there? How your prophet swear by the Torah if the Torah is corrupt and you have the proof? And he say, I believe in thee. So he was believing in the corrupt Torah? Hello? Adnan, are you there? Adnan, he took a jeepney. He went all the way to the Philippines. Can you give me the hadith about corruption? I can give you a hadith about the corruption. No problem. My friend, you just supported my point. Guys, hold on. Look how Adnan, he helped us. I can give you a hadith about the corruption of the Bible. Wonderful. So the hadith confirm, according to the hadith you have, that the Bible was corrupted. Okay. And Muhammad swear by the corrupted Bible. So now Muhammad have no excuse to say, I do not know that this book is corrupted. Correct, guys? That's mean officially your prophet is a big fat fraud. Because if you give me the Torah, I believe in this book. I say I believe in thee. But if you give me the Quran, I say I'm going to spit on thee. You see, Adnan, I am not a prophet. But I will not sell myself to the devil. So if you give me Quran, I say I spit in thee and the one who sent thee. If you give me the Torah, I say I believe in thee and the one who sent thee. So how Muhammad, he took the corrupt Torah, as you said, and he is swearing by thee? The answer is very simple. Those who swear by false book, they must be false men. Correct, guys? If you give me the Book of the Mormon, I will not say I believe in thee. If you give me even Jehovah's Witnesses, I will not say I believe in thee because it's a corrupt translation. If you give me the Quran, I say I spit on thee. This is the book of the devil, obviously. Right? Fairuz, just go. We need 3 people. The Quran is confirmed the original gospel of Jesus Christ. Not 4 gospels. Okay. Okay, hold on, guys. Hold on. Just to show you. You see, Adnan is changing the topic now. You notice? Do you notice? When you grab them from the tail, they change the topic right away. Adnan, I will go with you. The Quran confirmed the gospel, but he did not say there are 4, right? Okay. But your prophet, he says you have to have 4 gospel too. Can you tell me why? If it should be 1, why Muhammad, he says take the Quran from 4? Are those Mark and Luke and John? But what? Why 4? If we have 1 Quran and we should not have 4 writers, then why your prophet, he says take the Quran from 4? Do you have an answer? And none of them is Uthman. Where is Uthman? Do you see Uthman there? Why you are taking the Quran for Uthman? Did he say Hafs, which came 200 years after Muhammad? Very stupid story. Secondly, when you say that the Quran confirmed the Bible which sent to Isa, that is very nice of you to say, because you just admitted that in the time of Muhammad the Bible was confirmed to be true. But this is the same Bible we have today. And in the Quran, proof of that, the Quran says that the Christian, they say that Jesus is the Son of God. Guys, did he just say that the Quran confirmed the book was sent to Isa? But when? At this time, at the time of Muhammad. The Quran says that the Christians, they believe that Jesus is Son of God at that time. So from the time of Muhammad until now, nothing changed for the Christians. So how the Quran says, I confirm what you have between your hands? Just go, just go. You know, I don't have time for kids. You know, just go. Get lost. I have no time for kids. Bring me a sheikh, you know, bring me someone he have a value of his words. You know, a bunch of kids, potatoes. I just told you, you just admitted that the Quran saying that the Torah and the Gospel sent by Allah, and you are saying to me that Torah of Allah is corrupted. You made me fart. I laugh. I agree. The Quran, the Torah of Allah is corrupt because Allah is corrupt. So you're debating me about what, you donkey? You debate me about what? You are trying to prove to me, you are trying to debate me, to prove to me the book of your God is corrupt. You are stupid. I agree, all your God books are corrupt. You know what I mean? There's no need to debate. There is no need to, those people are crazy. They are working hard to prove to us that Allah is a fraud. Allah, he sent books, but he cannot preserve. Okay, well, if he cannot preserve his book, he can preserve what? You know what I mean? I am responsible for my book. You see, God preserve his book. For a human being die, and a human being commit sin, and a human being can be corrupt. So if you are saying to me that your God, he sent 124,000 books with 124,000 messengers, and you have only one book is not corrupted, and then we find that this book has been eaten by the goat. And there's more than 900 reading of the Quran. And where are they? This is the preserved Quran. And you know what made me really upset? That this goat, from all the books, she did not choose except the 10-time breastfeeding for adult. This is the only reason for me to convince me to convert to Islam. I will convert like just for a few years to practice breastfeeding for adult. I will spend my life going between Morocco, Egypt, Iraq, Syria, etc. and practice Islam, breastfeeding for adult. I go to the houses. Hello, it's me you are looking for. Can I do breastfeeding for your wife? And because this is Islam teaching, brother, your wife, she will take off her breast and she will deliver them to me. Boom. And I'm hungry. I'm single for a long time. You can imagine what will happen when they give it to me. Like, this is real? Those are really breast, brother? Yes, brother. This is my wife. For free, brother. 10 times, brother. 10 times for free. If you do it at 11, we charge you, brother. This is religion. And you are talking about the Bible is corrupt. Look at this garbage. 10 times for adult breastfeeding. I mean, do you even have a brain? And the funny, they speak about brainwash. You guys are brainwashed by me. Why did I say to those people who they are here, if you believe in Christian Prince, I'm not a prophet, I'm no one, I'm not even a priest. I am a guy, when I walk, I carry my gun with me. What? I never said I'm a priest, I never said I am an angel, I never said, you know, what brainwash work? I'm showing you reference, I'm teaching people here the truth. I am not a church leader, I never said I'm a prophet, I never said even I am a perfect guy, I never said anything. You don't even know who I am. But we have a prophet who claimed to be a prophet who have ethic, and his ethic is teaching him that a Muslim woman, she should give her breast for an adult to suckle it. A static saying by year 2011 Muslim will pass Christian population. No, my friend, all those static are funny and dummy. You see those static, like they say there's 1.6 billion. This is absolutely a lie. They count even the Christians as Muslims in those countries. You know what I mean? Like they count Ethiopia more than the half as a Christian. Sudan, you know, any the Christian in Indonesia, they count all the country as Muslims. So those account are or numbers are false. Secondly, the numbers of Muslims is the reason for Islam to collapse, not the opposite. And I'll explain to you how. You see, some countries, they are trying to practice Sharia law. Like there is a new wave in Indonesia, right? But that is making more people hate this God. So Indonesia is the biggest Islamic country in the world. If you see how many people live in Islam, you will not believe it. If you see how many of the Muslims, they hate to practice Islam, you will not believe it. Big numbers is not going to enforce Islam, is going to do the opposite. Because society will be poor, you have big number, no enough jobs, no enough money, no enough resource, no enough education. And those people who they are, you're trying to make them Muslim supposedly. So to say we have a population, what you can do with them? What is their power? What is their, let us say Indonesia is a 300 million population next to Israel, and they go in war. Which one is going to win? Israel of 7 millions. All of us, we knew Israel will win. So first of all, population can be a curse on you, not a blessing. Because if you cannot feed your population, that will not help you. Bangladesh, the second big populated country of Muslims. If we take those countries from the population, we will see Islam disappear. Where is the rest of Muslims? If you go to Bangladesh, you will not believe it. I mean, I feel sorry for them. So what population they are talking about? What that mean? What that would do? I want to go there actually because I want to use a train there. You know, at least once. I like this train, by the way. I mean, I think this is my favorite train. Here we go. This is the second country in the world of Muslims. This is Bangladesh. So you know what I mean? This country need to reduce their population so they can solve their problem. So having a huge population can be a curse. Crimes, rape, disgusting crimes. Because people, they can't survive. Look at this. I mean, imagine you live there. Thank God, thank you God, I don't live there. I'm not putting people down, by the way. I mean, they are poor people. I'm not making fun of them. But thank God I don't live there. So you have big population. Okay, what this population will do to you? You will control the world with it? No, it's useless. You can't even feed them. You know what I mean? So when they speak about numbers, I laugh. I really laugh. Christians in Muslim countries are 10%, 15%, 20%, but they are the quality. So having big population and you cannot feed them, that is not really a blessing for you. That is a curse. You are born there, you will not have a job, you cannot feed your kids, and there is no education, there is no health. I mean, what health? Look at this. Look at this. Look what's happening now in Corona. Like, you know, I saw a Muslim saying, do you know how big Corona happening in USA? My friend, in USA, if somebody fought, you see it in the news. Nothing is hiding. But in Islamic countries, people are dying by tens of thousands, but nobody speak about it. First, because nobody care from the world media. In America, anything happen. Look, a poor guy, he died. The whole world talking about why? Because this is America. But look at Bangladesh. Nobody talk about them. The head of Taliban is dying because of Corona. Corona is eating Iran. Corona is eating Egypt. Corona is eating Islamic countries like crazy. But the world focus in those who have the power and those who they are wealthy and rich. They don't focus on those poor people. So now you have Corona. What this population would do? Nothing. You know, actually, if those people they were poor Christian, I will advise them to be careful about how many children they have. We don't approve abortion. Never do abortion. Never, never. This is a crime. But still you can control how many babies you can have. So if they are seeking increase the population, that is against them, and that will control, will do the opposite. You see, Africa used to be majority Muslims. The Muslims invade big part of Africa. But now the Muslims are exist in certain areas in Africa, and the number of Christians is really big compared to before. A huge conversion happened because Islam did not bring education. Islam did not bring anything convincing. Islam bring 4 wives and justice, kids in the street. I saw a Christian child in the Middle East washing the windows or shoes in the street. The one who do that is Muslim children. Why? He don't even afford to have a sandwich. He go and have a wife, second wife, third wife, and every 2 days they have a new baby. And then he cannot feed them. And then he send them in the street either to beg for money or to wash windows. That is reality. So those numbers, they don't count for me, and they mean nothing. And if you know how we knew how many Muslim between those people there, how you can calculate that everybody there is Muslim? Can we calculate all of America Christian? No, no, that's not true. Mexico, one, you know, in South America, Brazil. I mean, what numbers mean? Number is a city game. One Mexican woman, she can have more kids than all Muslim women in the Middle East. But that will not make a good thing. What population? I mean, this is silly. You see, the days where people maybe they need a big army to conquer other nation by population, it's over. You know what I mean? Like, let us say they became 10 billions. Still, you cannot fight America. Your girlfriend is a Muslim. My friend, if your girlfriend is a Muslim, that means she is not a Muslim. Secondly, if you are a Christian, you should not have a girlfriend. Don't change the topic. I change it to prove that the Bible is not corrupt. My friend, you see, you proved me wrong. I told you the Bible of Allah is corrupt. Get lost. We are laughing. A clear evidence that Muslims, they are following the false God. They prove to us that the Bible of Allah is corrupt. Okay, what's my business? Why you are asking me to debate me about a book your God sent? You are stupid. You Muslims should debate about that. You Muslims should debate about, because both of you believe in the same book. Allah sent the Torah. Who believe in that? Not me. So you want to prove to me that the book of Allah is corrupt. So why you are debating me? You are debating the wrong person. You know what I mean? Do we have any Abdul have any comment? Anyone additional to this kid? Never debate with Muslims about Bible being corrupt. If a Muslim, he says to you the Bible is corrupt, say okay, the Bible of Allah is corrupt, thank you very much. That is additional reason for me not to follow Allah. For if Allah is God, nobody can corrupt his book. Thank you very much. All right. Gun one. Okay, my friend. So you decide to leave Islam? All right. Do you like to call us Ganwan? If you like to speak live on air, we'll be happy to hear you, to see that, you know, you decide to leave Islam. Here we go. Ganwan, I don't know where Ganwan from. Thanks, CP. I am 56 years old. You have opened my eye. I don't open your eyes, my friend. God help us. God use us. And the truth will set you free, not me. And I leave Islam. That's wonderful. I'm happy for you. But I would like to invite you to accept the Messiah, my friend. Leaving Islam is not enough for me. There is something way still we need to accomplish. Because leaving a cult and still we are not living the truth, that will not really be a good thing at the end of the day. So if you need help, I will be happy to help you. So may the Lord, He have you in His heaven and you join His kingdom. Let me know if you need any help. I will be happy to help you. You know, whatever they say, whatever the Muslim they say, I find that there is nothing comforting as the Messiah. All the garbage they come with. Your book is corrupt, etc. Can you corrupt the miracles of Jesus? You cannot. The Quran agree and admit that Jesus resurrect people from death. The Quran agree that Jesus make the blind see. He can even tell you what you hide in your houses. The Quran agree that Jesus right now is living in heaven. This is all is act of God. You want to claim that this is from Allah, prove it. Your Allah could not make Muhammad alive. Your Allah could not make the blind see. Your Allah could not make the leper healed. Your Allah, even Muhammad died from poison and He could not heal him. So you can say all the lies you want, but in your book you have to admit that Jesus is a unique person, which even your God cannot be a competition with Him. If we ask a Muslim, where is Jesus now? He will say in heaven. Thank you very much. Right? Everybody is dead as dust. I will be dead, you will be dead, and then maybe we will be remembered by people one day, maybe we will be not. But the Messiah, the one you are talking about, you idiot, is right now in heaven listening to us. We are talking about the living Messiah. So look at this madness. Those people believe that the Messiah is alive for thousands of years, and God knows for how long, according to the religion, Jesus will be alive, and then He will come back. And you know, the funny is that who is the one who will complete the story? Jesus. Who is the one who will overcome the devil? Jesus. Who is the one who will kill the devil? Jesus. So who is the hero? Muhammad. You know what I mean? Just to show you the stupidity of this religion. Who is the one who is going to bring victory in the day of judgment? They say Isa, supposedly Jesus. Who is the one who will destroy the Antichrist? Jesus. Who is the one when the Antichrist and the Shaitan, he see him, he melt as salt dissolved in water? Isa. Okay, who is the most powerful prophet? They say Muhammad. Isn't it amazing? I mean, I never saw stupidity, hypocrisy, madness, corruption as this religion. How you are saying to me that he is the one? Okay, so now we are watching a movie. Let us forget about Isa and Muhammad. A movie, action movie. Everybody die except Sylvester Stallone. Who is the hero? Muhammad. Muhammad die, he is the hero. But who is the one who killed the mafia? Sylvester Stallone. Who is the hero? Muhammad. Who is the one who killed the devil? Isa. So do you see how easy to defeat this cult? You know, the problem is that we don't think deeply. We need to practice something is called deep thinking. Most of us, we don't do that. You see, I believe that most of you are not shallow, but you are not practicing deep thinking. You see, life, if you go right now in front of your house, I don't know if it's day or night, If it's night, you see stars. If it's day, you see the light, you see the blue sky. But you have to make reasoning for things around you in order to recognize where are you, what you belong to, what do you see. If I am a shallow person, I see things but I don't think about it. They are there. Same things are there. You will notice that we might go, let us say all of us, we are in one room. And then all of us, we have a picture in front of us, and then somebody come and he says, I will give you pen and paper, and I want each one of you to describe this picture to you, which is all of you, you see it in the wall. There's a picture there. You will find that it's one of us, he have a lot more details for the same pictures, and some of us, they have very little details. But it's the same picture. Go 101, he believe in Jesus. That's wonderful, my friend. I'm so happy for you. Glory to the Lord. I'm happy for you. The Lord, he said that the happiness in his kingdom will be for one saved soul. So that's wonderful. I'm really happy for you. I hope your family will follow you too. So the reason that one of us, he have more, let us say, he noticed more items in the same pictures because he is more deep thinker. Many of us, we see the same image, but we don't notice what is in the image. So in order for me to learn about noticing, I need to think, practice. We need to be people who always think about things exist around us. Like when the Muslim, he says to us that the Bible is corrupt, and then he says to us that the Bible is sent by Allah. I mean, this is the most stupid statement ever, because you're not accusing me, you're accusing your God. You know what I mean? Always there is people who leave Islam. I receive messages always. You know, I speak to people in their ear. But at the end of the day, my friend, maybe we are happy for you. Many are happy for you. But you are the one who is the, rather say, the one who received the gift, because you are the one who is saved. This is your salvation. I got nothing from it. If this gentleman, he became a Christian or he did not, this is, I mean, what I will lose. You see, if the whole world did not believe in Christ, okay, what Christ will lose? Nothing. You do nothing. You know, God, he gained nothing by believing in him. Our God, because he is a loving God, he wants us to be saved. As simple as that. It's not about him gaining anything. You believe, you don't believe, it's up to you. No, we believe that the Bible of Allah is corrupt, for Allah is a fraud. And we answer you about that. Get lost again. The Messiah said that the earth and the heaven will be destroyed and my words will not. You are a fraud like your prophet. A true believer in a true God, he will never even say that his God, he sent a book and his book is destroyed. That is a shame. And because you people have no shame, you say such a statement against your God, not against my God. For you believe that this book is sent by your God, and then you say that the book sent by your God is corrupt. That means you are accusing your God to be a false God. A Sunni Muslim, he said, we don't accept, the Muslim don't accept muta. It's a lie. You see, the Muslim, if you have my book, Sex and Allah, you will find that the Muslim Sunni, they just replace the name of the muta. They have other muta. As an example, Zawaj, a friend, Misyar, Urfi. Zawaj, a friend is you have a friend, it's like a girlfriend, and you want to sleep together, but you don't want to live together. So what do? You agree every few days or 1 week or 2 weeks, go to the hotel, sleep together, and then she go home and you go home. They do muta, and you have to give her money still. Yeah. So first of all, the muta is in the Quran, have nothing to do with Shia or Sunni. The Muslim Sunni, they claim that the muta is abrogated. Where is the verse of abrogation? Show us. They say it's in the hadith, but we have hadith, which is strong hadith, saying that the muta practiced by Muhammad and by the caliphate who came after him. Ganwan, he want to call me. Okay. Maybe tomorrow, Ganwan. You know, I'm really happy for you. But you know, I don't want people to think that's, you know, we make people call us to say I became a Christian and etc. You know, we don't do what the Muslims do. But maybe you can call me some other time, and if you wish to have, if you have anything to say, I will be happy. All right. Do we have any Muslim here? Do we have any Ustad here? Any Ustad? Well, my Skype is not open, and I don't really feel like taking any call right now. Do we have any Ustad? I mean, if the person he accepted the Christ, we're happy for you, that's it. His call will not make any difference. Assassin and Islam is very interesting topic. Well, the word assassin is coming from a person, his name is Hassan al-Hashash. Hassan al-Hashash. His real name actually is not al-Hashash. Hashash is a, let us say, a title. Hashash coming from the word hashish. This person, he in the beginning he started a castle, and this castle, he's a rich man for sure. He bring young men, he have a lot of female slaves for sex. They drink, they dance, you know, and then after all of this, every day in the morning, he do like a teaching for them. So he teach them that the Quran have out and inside, inner and outside. For them, they believe in the inside meaning, not the outside meaning, which mean any, whatever he wanna give interpretation for the Quran. So those, they call them the batinin, which mean the stomach. Let us say the stomach of the Quran, what is inside the Quran. Anyway, so this guy, he start bringing those young kids, he teach them, and they get drunk, they have sex, they stay in his castle for almost a year, and then he grab you, he says, come here, I have to send you in a mission. If you want to come back here, you have to go and kill that prince or that rich man. He sent letter to very important people who they are extremely rich, saying to them, pay or die. And those kids, young men, they are taking hashish, having free sex, free food. It's like a fancy life, you know. It's like having, you live in a hotel, 5-star hotels at that time, and you live there, unlimited food, unlimited drink, beautiful women, sex all day if you want. So when he says to you, you will not come back unless you kill that guy, you will not come back unless you kill that guy. And this is where the story of the assassin is coming from. All right? The assassin is coming from this guy. And by the way, this guy, he have, you know, he start with one castle, and then he control a huge area, all the way from Persia, all the way through Iraq, and then all the way to the seaside of Syria. He became a very powerful man. All kings at his time, they fear him, because he can kill you, you know. He have like suicide bombers now, you know, pay us. The same as Yasser Arafat in his time. Yasser Arafat, his living business was, when he started his business as a terrorist, they kidnap airplanes. And European, because they are, I mean, European government are very stupid. Their airport is very easy to betray. They don't check, there is no security. They ask you for a passport and you go whatever in your bag. So the Yasser Arafat, almost every week there's a new kidnapped airplane. Go back in history, read some documentary. And in order to not to kill your passengers, give us $300 million. $200 million. So he became very filthy rich in a very short time. The same as the pirate now. The pirate in Somalia. They don't have education. They don't even have high school. Very, very, very good business for them. A ship going by in the sea. They hijack it. You will not give you your cargo and your ship and your team unless you pay us $200 million. It takes them 2 hours of job. You know? This is what always happened there. But all of them, they are religious, and all of them, they are serving God. Same as Muhammad. Muhammad was the biggest thief, caravan rider. Right? Yeah, Yasser Arafat is a big thief, you know, he's a big thief, officially thief. And this is how funny the world, you know, a thief, they make him a hero. Even European Union, it's stupid. I mean, European government is the most stupid government. I never saw a European, like very few, European president or prime minister, he knew actually what's happening in this earth. I tried, but all from Muslim version. I don't know what you're talking about. Some of them, they are in Kindle. I'm going to publish 2 books soon in Portuguese language, Quran and Science, and The Deception of Allah. Then maybe 2 months after, we can have 6 on Allah published too. And when I start having more time, I'm going to like able to finish, because I'm working more, not only 1 book at a time. You know, this is what I do when I write my books. If you write in one topic, sometimes, like, you know, writing is not easy. Writing is like, you need, let us say, inspiration. You need like the ideas coming to your head, so you sit and write. You cannot force yourself to write. You know what I mean? My experience is, as long as I'm going live on air, like now, if I finish, I will not find myself in the mood of writing anything. It takes a lot of your energy and a lot of your, let us say, comfort. Anyway, guys, remember always one thing. Anyone he say to you anything, even if he's a Christian, don't take what people they say to you for granted. And I tell you that this is a very good advice. Because if you take what people say to you, including me, that's mean you decide not to think. You decide not to study. You decide to be lazy. And what if the person who is saying to you something is wrong? You know what I mean? What if the information is not right? But if you study the information and he was telling the truth, that will make you very strong, in a very strong ground, because you spend good time studying, taking notes, educating yourself, and whatever you learned from someone like me or anyone else, that will help you to make it easier. You know what I mean? Does the Quran contradict the last ayah of the Surah Al-Baqarah? I'm not sure what you mean, but all the Quran is a contradiction. You cannot find one verse in the Quran not a contradiction. Just take notes and you will find easy that it's all of it is contradiction. Right? Yeah. You know, when I was a kid, I'm a very active person. I mean, I don't really, I'm not like a lazy person who like to sit and etc. So I'm very active as a kid, but I love reading. So how I can be active and read in the same time? I used to walk almost like an hour far away from my house where there's a library. When we have summer vacation, school vacation, as a kid, every day I walk almost an hour to go, an hour to come back. And I cannot ask anyone to give me a ride because my family will never approve me to go alone to such a place or sit alone there. So I go walk all the way to a library, and then when I will go inside the library, there's a section for kids, have Mickey Mouse, stupid stuff. I don't want to read this. I want to read something important. So there's a section for adult, and they will not allow kids to get in. So what I do, when an adult is walking to get in, I walk next to him. I act as if I am his kid. I walk just next to him, and the guy will be looking at me like, why this kid is like walking with me, But he cannot say anything. So he get inside the big hall where the big books are, and I walk with him as if I am with him. Then I go and I keep walking with him until he sits at the table. I sit next to him, and the guy will be looking at me like, what this kid is doing? Why are you sitting there? And then, because I am not allowed to grab books, I grab book in the table, because people, they finish reading, they leave the book in the table. Any book in the table, I grab it. And I start reading books. I have no idea what they are about. I remember once when I was a kid, I grabbed a book, it was about sex. I was getting dizzy, like, what is this? I grabbed a book in front of me, and it was talking about sex, like it's scientific book. So reading is a process of education, and it's not something happening in school. It is something happened by you schooling yourself. So in order to learn, you need to work in that learning. If you are a person who likes just to receive and learn easy, that can be true, and maybe you get lucky that you are learning from somebody is trustworthy. But what if the person, he is a liar, he's a thief, he is fooling you? And even if the person is trustworthy, you have to fix the information in your brain. How? By checking it out. What type of library? No, it's actually a wonderful library. They have all kinds of books. What's wrong? I mean, if you have a book about sex, is that bad? It's a book about, sexuality. See, books about such a topic is not bad. Studying a human being behavior, those are not, sex is not bad. It is what we do with sex. What is sex for us? God, he created sex for a reason. It did not happen that we are attracted to sexuality. So nothing wrong with that. But we are not talking about Playboy magazine. We're talking about scientific book. Yeah, but scientific journal these days, sadly, they are kind of copy paste. Very few people, they do scientific study, whatever the topic, because science can be even about history. But those journal, as I notice, that people are not really doing real studies as much it is searching patterns, patterns. I'm sure I look like the topic. It's like, like Darwin. Darwin is not a scientist. Darwin is an observer. So he was trying to observe things around him, and from his observation, he tried to make conclusion. And most likely his conclusion is wrong. So there is people who they make real research, and there is people who try to copy other people's search, and there is people who do their own observation, and they come with their own, like they say, they discover such a kind of pattern happen or repeated pattern, and they say this is science. But the fact, this is not really science. Respond to my comment. I don't see your comment. Yeah, you know, people, they like now, you see, is our science collapse with Corona. Suddenly, all the scientists we have, they cannot even find out how this virus works. And this is telling you that it is a science of patterns, not science of knowledge. So what they do, they try to study the pattern of the virus behavior. You know what I mean? It's observation science, which means it's not really a science. It's just like watching how the rabbit jump. And then we learn that the rabbit, he jumped like this. And then we learn that the rabbit, he liked to eat carrot. So now we knew how we can get the rabbit. You know what I mean? That is not science. What they do have is kind of a practice of patterns, watching patterns happen. If we use this medicine with this virus, what will happen? We try it. It doesn't work, we try something else. So this is not science, but they call it science. Um, yeah, it's not science. You know, I remember I told you before, like I have, if I drink too much coffee, that impact my throat. Actually, this is why my voice now is not really, I mean, not now, every day almost, is not really good as it should be, because I drink coffee. But in, I think, the year 2010, something like that, my voice totally disappeared. Once I woke up in the morning, I can't even talk. And I don't go to doctors. I don't get sick, you know, thank God. But then I have to go. I mean, that there's something very wrong. I have to go live. People are waiting for me, and I cannot talk. So I went there. They do the check, blood, blah blah blah. Open your mouth, say ah, say ooh. How old are you? How much you weigh? Ask me all the questions. I write down. I cannot even talk. And then they could not find. They said you are very healthy. There's no reason. Nothing. A lot of money. And then I notice that if I stop drinking coffee, my voice come back. If I drink coffee, my throat get hurt. The more I drink coffee, so it was just an observation of me and my behavior lead me to understand that it was the coffee. So all those doctors who they were sucking the blood of me, which is the little money I was making, and then they come with the conclusion says that you have no problem. Nobody asked me what you drink. Nobody asked me anything about coffee or food. Nothing, nothing, nothing. They took, you know, from my blood, you know, it was just coffee. So where is the science? I stopped drinking coffee, my voice is coming back. I drink too much coffee, my voice is appear. Right now, if I go and drink too much coffee, and by the way, I drink too much coffee. Like now, I'm not drinking coffee. I drink about two. I don't know what they call it in English. You know, Greek coffee, the Greek coffee, big container. I make one in the morning, and then I make one afternoon. So each one of those have maybe about. I mean, this is a very strong coffee. It's not like American coffee. This is not water. This is real coffee. So now, supposedly, I'm not drinking coffee, yet I drink 2 heavy duty a day. Before, I used to drink way more, to the point my lips are dark. You believe it? My lips are dark because of coffee. This is how much coffee I drink used to be. Uh, أم أم فضل. Okay. Yeah, you see that's because you have a confusion. You can ask me next time we'll go live on air so we can put the reference in the screen. Maybe I can actually I can grab the reference right now. Let us see. I hate it when I type and I'm typing in English when I'm searching in Arabic. Let us see. All right. Are you there, the one who asked? You have a wrong understanding. Here, this is the book, and the name of the book, إتحاف الخيرة للبوصري, variant number 5. It says that from Ibn Ishaq, from Hussein, the son of Abdullah, and Ikramah. Let us highlight so people can see what we are reading. That the Messenger of Allah, you see here it says, from Ibn Abbas, from al-Fadl, bint al-Harith. al-Fadl is the one reporting the story, the daughter of al-Harith, that Allah Messenger, when he saw Habiba وهي فوق الفطيم فقال لأن بلغت بنية العباس هذه وأنا حي لا أتزوجنها. So it is Habiba, and this is mentioned by Ahmad ibn Hanbal too, and this is the reference. All right, so I hope I didn't answer you, my friend. All right. Are you there, the person who asked? Did you see the reference? Yeah, so we know I don't say things unless I'm sure from it. Please answer Atif Farhan. What do you answer for what, Atif? Does Allah pray in the Quran? Allah, he says Shahada. There is no Allah. What Allah? Can you please show the reference? Satanic verses are abrogated. You see, if satanic verses are abrogated, that means Quran is satanic verses, because you cannot say abrogated. The Quran says ينسخ الله ما يلقي الشيطان به, which means Allah will delete, not abrogate. Not abrogate. All right. But however, as long the Quran admit that Allah saying supposedly, whatever shaitan he throw, Allah will delete from the Quran. How we knew that this verse itself is not from shaitan himself? He's asking the link you showed early for his reference. Link about what? What reference? Atif, I'd respond many times. I keep asking you, what do you want? I mean, what I would do? I have many people asking me question. You keep saying to me, can you answer me? Can you answer me? What is the question? I don't respond to anything. So all this time I'm responding to people, and now I don't respond to anything. So what I was doing for the last 2 hours? Unbelievable. You know, some people, they are like kids. They think I'm their waiter, and I see nothing but them. We have 700 people. They are texting, and I'm watching the chat, looking for reference, answering this guy and that guy, and now you are complaining. Go, leave. Don't come here. Okay, Christian Prince is not answer you. Don't give him. Don't pay him salary. Fire him. What I can do? Can you please share replacement, if any, because what delete he bring better? Yeah, that is that different verse, but he was asking about the satanic verses. But you see here the verse saying that whatever shaitan he throw in the mouth of Muhammad, Allah will take it off. But that's mean. I answered him about al-Fadi. What Fadi? I showed him it's Habiba. So what I did in the screen? Oh, you mean the guy who was asking for reference? Huh. Well, those references exist in many places, you know. But let me see if, because this is Google book, and Google book you cannot use Google translation to translate. Let me see. Right now I don't see the chat because I'm looking for reference. I can post for you the same website I was showing you, which is Google Books, but that will not allow you to use Google translation. Here we go. I found a different website which is easier, and this is the link. All right. Well, I don't take any reference as long it's in English. Any reference, it's not in Arabic, I don't consider it to be true. Secondly, al-Fadl is the one who reported the hadith, not the one who asked for her hand. All right, I just showed you on the screen. I don't know. You don't want to believe, don't believe. All right. The hadith in front of me, it says that al-Fadl, she said that the Prophet said, etc. when he saw Habiba. You have different story. Believe in whatever you want. Muslim books, by the way, are confusing books. So I understand that you might have, you might have different understanding, especially the way those books are written. But for me, what I know, it is Habiba. Maybe you have a better knowledge than mine. Yeah, I don't accept actually any reference in English because English reference, first, it can be corrupt, false. Secondly, they are confusing. The numbers are wrong because they make their own numbers. If you go and read Ibn Kathir in English and read Ibn Kathir in Arabic, you will find that there's no match. You know, there's no match. No, Muslims have many resource of stories. As an example, depend in your sect. Each sect have different story for the same story. Even the names change. The same as Muhammad. As an example, Muhammad, he could not quote even once correct name. Right? Yeah, there is many. I mean, I just showed you one reference, but doesn't mean this is the only reference. There's tons of books speaking about that. Right? This is just one reference of many reference. There's endless numbers of books. Actually, here I just found this website. Look like it's a translation, Google translation for a link. I just click in it. Here we go. Let me send it for you. Islam, why Shia they hate Aisha? Because Islam is a political movement. Islam is not a religion. Islam is a mafia to conquer, take over, money, slavery, jewelries, power, Do you see, guys, the link I posted? You will see there, it says Ummul Fadl bint Harith said that the messenger saw Habiba ibn Abbas, bint Abbas. Bint means the daughter, who is above Al-Fatim, which means she is just finished suckling. And he said, if she live, if I live, I will marry her. Do you see it, the one who asked me? Here we go, you have it even in English. You said that last Quran says, Allah not burden anyone with beyond his ability. But you say Allah burden people to proceed Quran, which they are unable to do. You say it's a contradiction. You see, if you go over any words the Quran says, you will find that there is a contradiction, and we can go all over. As an example, Allah forgive not sin for those who do associate with him. Correct? Okay. And then Allah forgive those who believe in him. So, do you forgive those who associate with you, or you don't? Because if those who associate with you, you don't forgive them, that means the statement is mistaken. You should say, I forgive not those who associate with me and never repent. So if you say I forgive those, I don't forgive those who associate, and then I forgive those who associate, which one is the one to follow? As an example, most of those Muslims who follow Muhammad later, they were, associating with Allah. So you forgive or you don't. So depends how deep you want to think about any statement he say. But for me, I focus always in big issues. You know what I mean? Because Muslims, they can go around those things. Okay, Atif, just take a hike, my friend. I'm done with you. You are here just to complain. Just go. No, I don't want to see him no more. I'm done with this guy. All translations, in any translation in the Quran, not only Yusuf Ali, is fabricated. I never find any translation is correct. Why Muslim cannot wear a golden ring? Muhammad, he got a golden ring. Some story they say he killed a Jew and he took it. And then Muhammad, he get busy with the ring. He keep looking at it, A savage guy, he never have a ring in his hand. So he's very excited. And then people, they start talking about him. And then Muhammad, he says, oh, you know what, this ring, he took me away from Allah, or took me away from you. So, and then he announced that men, they cannot wear golden rings. And the question here, why Allah did not say such a thing? I mean, where Muhammad he come with this? Anything else before we go for today? Actually, I made a mistake. I should not go longer so people, they can download the video easy. And now the video became so long. Maybe I have to rebroadcast the video, just the part we answer the false miracles in the Quran, to make it shorter. Anything else? Hijab actually is not a cover for the head. Hijab is a curtain. See, mistakenly, Muslims, they are the last one to know. Hijab never was something you put in the head. You know, if you go right now in the Quran and you type the word hijab, what you will see? Curtain. Read chapter 7, verse number 46. And between them, there's a curtain. There's a veil between them. Do you see it? Do you see it? This is the veil here is translation for the word hijab. So it is something you put between you and someone else, not something in the top of you. Are you following? So hijab is not a wear in the head. And you can go like, you know, chapter 17, verse number 45, the same. You put between them a curtain, a hijab, between them, not something in the top of you. Chapter 19, verse number 17, suppose this is about Mary, the mother of Christ. She placed a screen herself, a curtain. This is hijab. So she was behind the curtain, so they didn't see her. So all of this, and even you see Allah himself, he have a hijab. Chapter 42, verse number 51. Allah never speak to anyone except from behind a curtain. You see it? We mentioned that many times about Muhammad death. It's okay, guys. Today, you know, like we are finished for today. Maybe tomorrow, or when we go live on air again, ask me those questions. I will be happy to give you more reference. Because, you know, as you know, I mean, this is really endless. However, for me, I always have a pleasure to speak to all of you. Forgive me if sometimes I lose my patience, because this is really need a lot of patience. Because imagine you say the same thing always, and then the people ask you the same question again. I mean, you give reference yesterday, and then the second day they ask you for the same question. Sometimes even the same day, in the same minutes, people, they say he did not answer us, as you just saw. You need a lot of patience. And whatever you do, people are not happy. I don't know what to do. However, I'm really grateful for all of you. Those who like me and those who don't like me, it's okay. For me, it's very important that I am sharing the truth, and the truth will set you free. I'm doing this to the Lord, and He's doing it to you. Which means the good thing is coming from the Lord, not from me. For me, I'm just a human being who do bad and good. Sometimes I do bad more than the good. Sometimes I do good more than the bad. However, whatever good is coming to you from the Lord, not from me. The Lord, He uses the one He chooses, and it's up to you to use it as you wish. The Lord, He says, for free you took, for free you give. And if we have little knowledge to share with you, I will be happy always to share it. And what I have is very little compared to what is in this word. You know, maybe the Lord, He wants me to be a person to guard the truth in front of the cult of Islam, so your children will not be deceived. And I hope that soon we will have more and more people who they can do what I am doing and even better. And why not? The Lord who created me, he can create way better than me. I am no one. And he can make somebody who come with an amazing knowledge, as long the knowledge is used for his good to help people, that will be wonderful, and we should support that person. So I say thank you for all of you. I pray that the Lord will open the eyes of the Muslims to see the truth, and the truth always will prevail. Don't never be worried about we as a Christians. Maybe some of you saying, oh, you know, Islam might take over. Islam will never take over anything, because Islam does not exist. What you see today is Muslims fabricating their own Islam. Islam, the true Islam, does not exist. Not a single Muslim country want to practice Islam. Not even in Saudi Arabia. Look around you, my friend. Where is Islam? It does not exist. Islam, if there is no government, there is no Islam. And all the Islamic government are not Islamic. Because as long as they don't have Sharia law, and 100% Sharia law, not 5%, it means Islam does not exist. So Islam is not really, I'm not really worried about Islam taking over anything. Islam is a joke. Islam is destroyed. Islam is millions of sects. Each one of them is opposing each other, and they are killing each other as we speak. And the house of the devil is divided, and the devil, he conquered himself. For me, I'm just helping you so you will not be deceived, and your children will not be fooled. If you sit with your child, you can teach him, you can give him some important, priceless information. Maybe because you don't speak Arabic, maybe because you did not learn. I mean, it's not your fault. For me, oh, maybe, you know, I grew up in the Middle East. I speak Arabic. If I don't know Arabic, I will not know any of this. The key point of all what I know is the Arabic language. If I don't know Arabic, I will be dependent in translation, and most of it is false and fabrication. So the Lord, he used someone from the Arab to help those who they are not from the Arab, so they cannot be deceived by the devil of the Arab, Muhammad. Thank you. May the Lord bless you, and until we see you soon again. Christ is Lord. Islam is false. Have a good day.